Good morning, good evening, and good night to you, Izzy. How are we feeling from last time that we were together?
I'm a little concerned, to be honest. I couldn't get rid of those damn crystals, and now I mean, at least I didn't fall to the ground, but don't know what's next for Izzy.
Well, I suppose that's what we're about to find out. But is there? I suppose it hasn't been a long time since last session was recorded. We did actually. Oh no, technically separate day because we finished at like 11:45 in the evening. Um, but just how are we
A little
feeling
less than a
otherwise?
day. Feeling pretty good. Excited to get this one-on-one done, and then we can get back to the all five of us again.
Six of
It'll
us.
be good. Six of us. Junie. Sorry.
Gosh, Junie.
Start
Just
with
because she's
five.
well, actually, she's not even small. She is like a little guy, but she's also like way bigger than you.
I didn't
Um,
really count. I just remember what it was before.
yeah. What's the word? Also,
Sirius doesn't really count either. So I mean, take your pick. Which one? I didn't count.
okay. Well, I do want to let you know that we still have that homework for this Wednesday, where we need the 9 bits of information, or at least like 6 or 7 of them. God damn.
Don't I already have all those? I thought
Oh,
I
did you
created
fill
those
yours
with my
out?
character.
Oh no,
Wait,
yeah.
wait.
The only ones that are empty are alignment and faith. We will probably need an alignment, just because there are certain things that, uh, what's the word? There are certain things that are affected by your alignment, more particularly like magic items and potions and whatnot.
Okay.
But that is, I definitely feel like she's for sure on the chaotic side, as we had
Oh yeah,
experienced
for sure.
stealing a man. Quite the
Push.
–
Is she chaotic evil or chaotic neutral? I think probably leaning more neutral.
could be. In my experience, most players definitely are. Um, with that, are you ready?
Sure am.
Izzy, you wake up pretty quickly after you fall asleep. You are in a large, comfortable bed, and you can hear, even before your eyes open, the sound of the sea, waves crashing up on the shore, some seagulls calling out to each other, or maybe harassing someone for some food. And there's a salty but somewhat sweet air blowing into the room that you're in. You're laying on a soft bed, and you have some really thin but still very comfortable sheets over you.
I open my eyes.
Opening your eyes, you can look around and you see that you are in a very different room than the one that you were in before. The room is covered with multiple jerseys mounted to the walls. You see a large Brazilian flag in the corner. You see photos of football players holding a trophy triumphantly. You see pictures of lizard folk standing together in different parts of the world. And you also see yourself. You look at your arms, and sparing the scarring, they look like Caldwell's. Or perhaps Flo's?
But no tattoos, I assume.
No tattoos, no.
I'm gonna like pick out one of my scales and see how it feels.
You find a
Does
couple
it come
loose
off?
ones and they come out easy, and then you find one that is definitely not a loose one. And it hurts. It feels like pulling on a taut scab over a cut that was previously bleeding profusely.
Huh. Well, that's unique. How did I get here? Where? What happened last? We were getting the guy home and the crystals, and I'm gonna Izzy like sits up in bed and like throws her feet out the side. Maybe uses her tail a little bit to try to get a feel for it.
It definitely feels awkward, but it seems to balance you whenever you lean or try to stand.
Huh. Neat, she says in response. If I can smell the sea air and hear it, is there a balcony or a window open?
Yes, you see a window open that, not a balcony, but you do see a window open, and outside it is beautiful and sunny, and you see palm trees kissing up against a shoreline as it seems to be high tide. The sand meets the dirt in quite an unclear mess as the water crashes in and recedes.
Hmm. I'm gonna stand up out of bed. Am I naked?
Yes.
Okay, before I go to the window then, I'm gonna look for a dresser or some sort of
You
wardrobe
find
or clothes.
multiple dressers, as well as a walk-in closet that is partially open.
Huh? I'm gonna look through the dressers first.
Looking through the
Yeah.
dressers, you find multiple trophies and awards that seem to be of a lesser note than the ones that you see mounted up on the walls. And as you look around, some are even on the ceiling.
Oh, damn. That's impressive.
You see a Player of the Month
Izzy gets
streak
even
unbroken
Izzy gets
for 36 months.
damn. Gets even a little envious of whoever this is, assuming like her mind goes to like thinking it's flow, right? Do I have like the same scale pattern? Like, am I identical to flow? Because you said I can see a mirror.
You can see a
That's
mirror. You see the same lizard folk that warned you to watch for the white, looking back at you. And when you speak, you hear his voice and not yours.
huh. There's no white here, so let's get dressed and see what's outside. I'm gonna go to the walk-in closet, hopefully
Step
locate something inside.
Stepping into the walk-in closet, this closet seems to you like a whole room unto itself. You see multiple dressers, and at the top of which there's a dozen or two different types of cologne, and every type of apparel that you can imagine. Everything from basketball shorts and jerseys all the way to beautiful, what you can only assume to be tailor-made suits, to different kinds of a couple what you think might be costumes. You notice at the end that there's a little bit of strange fabric that appears to be a shirt but seems to wrap all the way around the tail as well for some reason.
Oh, that's intriguing. I'm gonna go take a closer look in the costumes section.
As you look at it, you see a somewhat crudely made costume for what appears to be some sort of mascot. It is sized for you.
Would be fun, but I don't think I want to stick out. So I'm gonna go for just some undergarments. If it's warm, I'm gonna keep just a short sleeve shirt and then some sweatpants.
Sure. You absolutely can find a short sleeve shirt and some sweatpants. You do notice, even with these few layers, this, wherever you are, feels uncomfortably warm. Although, when the sun is directly exposed on your scales, it does feel awfully nice.
Well, it is sunny outside. Maybe I should switch to shorts instead of sweats. Get more of the sun. No, I'm happy with this. I'm gonna go find the door in the other room.
For sure. Leaving the walk in closet, you can feel some of the sun, the God rays, as somebody that I know would say, shining in through the room. And before you even get to the door, you hear a knock.
Who is it?
Oh, honey, you know who it is. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. As I walk towards the door and open it for them.
As you open the door, you blink, and it's almost as if you are stunted. Maybe moved physically, perhaps temporally, but in a strange blur, you're now sitting, and there's a whole swath of lizard folk all around you. An older lizard folk woman has her hand wrapped around you and her head leaning over yours. And looking around, you see in front of you a birthday cake with 17 candles. And another lizard folk man standing across this table, holding a camera out, looking at you and this woman. Other people are wearing some hats and have different kinds of grilled meat. You can smell lamb and pork seasoned absolutely perfectly.
Smells so much better. Or smelled meat before, I would imagine. Thank you all for coming. It means the world to me. I announced to the room.
The woman who was leaning on you freezes and looks awfully surprised that you said that. Raising, well, the scales above her eyes, as lizard folk, I don't believe have eyebrows. Hold on, let me fact check this using. Yeah, they don't. I think they still have like the brow, just not like the hair.
They like have the muscle in the brow.
Yeah, the muscle up there.
The brow ridge.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She hugs you really tight, and you can feel her nice, cool embrace as a photo is taken of you. There are things being said in the room, but it's hard to focus on any one of them in particular. Almost like a quiet murmur, even though you feel like you might be being addressed. While you were in this confusion, the woman who held you while the photo was taken raises the cake closer to you. What do you wish? Oh, I don't think you're supposed to tell us, actually. Sorry.
No worries. And I blow out the candles. 17 of them, I presume.
Mm-hmm. As you blow, the 17th candle seems to reignite. Oh, is that you blowing your mic? I think
yeah,
I didn't.
sorry. I blow a second time.
I appreciate you trying, though. I think Discord just like thought that was like noise and cut that out.
That's fair.
Blowing a second time, the candle goes out and then reignites after a few seconds again.
Oh, you guys are funny. I'm gonna take my lizard fingers and like lick it with my tongue and just put it out with my hand.
You snuff out the candle, and in a swift and strangely fluid motion, the woman leaves your side and in only a second cuts you a piece and has a plate ready for you. And before you can even look to the plate, half of the cake is gone and other people are eating.
What is going on? I think to myself, I need to get out of here. I'm gonna get up and maybe find a bathroom. What do I see around me?
Looking
A lot of
around,
people.
you see dozens of people, mostly lizard folk, but you notice that there are a couple of younger folks of a few different races, a couple humans, a few elves, a couple beast folk, which seem lizard adjacent, but it's hard to tell because they're at the further end of the room. There are two exits. One of them is a sliding glass door that goes to what you can only assume to be some sort of backyard. You see a door that looks like it leads to stairs as it is partially open, and you can see a railing. And then two hallways.
And getting some air is a good call. I'm gonna head towards the sliding door.
Do you eat any of the cake and or take it with you?
I'm gonna take it with me, as to not attract attention.
The woman who is holding you gives you a soft kiss on your cheek as you go. And taking a step out and getting some fresh air, you can see the brilliant sun and a beautiful private beach. There are much younger lizard folk running around kicking a football, enjoying the sun, and a few of them excuse me, a few of them heading into the water.
I'm gonna get walk towards the beach and stand and watch and eat my cake. Stay away. Stay out of the soccer game, of course. Football.
As you walk down to the beach, you notice that there is another lizard folk who seems to be about your age. For you, it may be a little difficult to tell exactly, as this body type is foreign to you. But they turn around when they hear footsteps and Laying on a beach towel, they spread out immediately and stand up as they notice you. Before you
Can
could
I help
even
you?
before you can even breathe, she takes one step and somehow closes the gap about 10 to 12 feet between you. And by the time you finish speaking, she's already got your fork with a little piece of cake and holding it up in front of you. I would like to help you. It's your birthday after all.
Of course. Thanks. I'll take the bite of the cake.
As you take a bite of the cake, it is a really rich, possibly for your tastes, a little too rich chocolate cake. Multiple layers of fudge in between, somewhat velvety layers of the cake. She leans against you after putting the fork back down on the plate and looks out at the sea.
Do you want to go swimming?
At this, she seems extremely excited. Grabbing your arm, your forearm, with both of her hands. You sure you don't want to eat first? I would love to.
I've had enough of the cake.
She looks at some of the kids that are playing. You notice that the ones that were already in the water seem to be coming in and are talking to the young boys that are playing football, calling out to them to play some game called Hunters. And before you can even turn around, you are being...
Have I ever heard of the game Hunters, or is it just foreign to me as well?
Give me a luck check.
Character sheet's in the way.
Sorry, love.
Oh, good.
No, you have not heard of this game before. And while you are thinking about the game, and if you have heard it before, you are being yanked and almost dragged with incredible force and speed by this individual as she laughs and tries to drag you all the way into the water. After getting a few feet in past the shoreline, she jumps back, hands outstretched, letting you go, and lets her back hit the water, and she sinks in.
I jump in after her.
As you do, your face hits the waterline with a loud smack. And you don't feel wet. Your head actually kind of hurts. And after the rush of cold but not wet leaves your body, you notice that you're standing outside of a small football pitch or soccer field. A soccer ball is in your hands, and it feels like you just got smacked in the head with it. A couple young kids are running up to you, but when they see who you are, they slow their approach, and exchange a few words, each of them looking like the cat who ate the canary.
Mm-mm. Which one of you did this? Threw this? Kicked it? I yelled at them if they're in.
They shake like leaves. And after murmuring between each other, two of them shove another forward.
I approach him slowly and a little bit like menacingly. Not trying to overplay, but like I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my hand on his head and said, "You got a good leg, kid. Keep it up." And I toss him back the ball.
He takes it. We just wanted to know if you wanted to play with us.
I wish I could, but I'm a very busy individual, as you would expect.
They purse their lips and nod, clutching the ball to their chest. And turn away. You notice that the gal who was in the water with you is sitting on a picnic table nearby. She's chewing on her lip as she observes this interaction.
Gotta walk back to her.
As you do, you hear the kids yelling over each other as to who gets to be the keeper this time, and they very quickly get back to their normal play. She looks up at you as you approach, sliding a hamburger that's got a bite taken out of it over to your side of, or an empty side of the table, the side closer to you.
Take a bite.
You haven't eaten today.
There's just something up with my head. Can't make heads or tails of what's going on.
Well, I got you something. It's not much, but you know, I just wanted to get you something shiny and cool for your birthday.
You really shouldn't have. You know that. You're enough.
She seems to freeze and get a little nervous when you say you are enough. Lizard folk don't quite have the ability to blush, but you do notice her lips open just a hair and close multiple times.
But if you really want to give it to me, I'm happy to accept.
She looks down at something on her side of the bench and then looks back up at you. You promise you won't think it's corny?
Well, you know I can't promise you that.
She sighs and smiles a little. Rolling her eyes, she reaches over and presents you with a small box. It's a white fabric with a green and gold bow holding it shut.
Oh, a box. Wow. Fancy. I'm gonna grab the wrapping, the green and gold bows, and like tear one of each of the ribbons. Hopefully it comes undone.
As you pull at the ribbons, they do come undone. And inside, you see, at first, you are almost blinded by a golden light. But after your eyes adjust for a moment, you realize that this is a reflection of a little oil lamp. With beautiful red inlays and immaculate detail work. The guy said that this was like some, artifact from somewhere in the desert, but I mean, he sold it to me for pretty cheap. So I don't think it's that real, but it just made me think about you, being a world traveler and a, famous football player one day.
It's definitely interesting. I examine it more, run my hand over it a little bit.
As you rub your hand on this oil lamp, out of the mouth of it erupts a violent plume of smoke that covers your face and makes it almost impossible to breathe.
This is quite some gift.
As the smoke clears, you are in a white, featureless void by yourself.
Who dares disturb me?
It's I. Can't you see?
No, it is not you. Why do you imitate my thrall? Identify yourself, mortal.
I am not imitating nobody on purpose. I'm just as confused being here as you are.
At that, there is no response. Also, really hoping that OBS is picking up the changes. Are you at least hearing them in Discord? Just checking.
I am not actually.
You're not?
I'm not hearing chains.
Not chains, the changes.
Of the voice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay, cool.
I'm Izzy. I'm a student. A volleyball player. A human.
What have you to offer me? Where is my thrall? Why are you puppeting his body?
I've already explained this. I don't know how I got here.
Lie.
But shouldn't you have a better eye on your thrall? Honestly.
Do not test me, mortal, or I will make you speak the truth.
You
Last thing I
are
remember.
transported to the center shared living space of your dorm. The room is empty. Caldwell and Flo are not on the floor as you had left them. And all of the doors are closed.
You took him from me here. What did you do with him? Answer me, mortal.
I didn't take him. He came willingly.
Came willingly where? Here? And left with you. Returned but different.
We went to the hospital. He was there.
I witnessed it all. I witnessed you abduct an injured man. A boy. I care not for his fate. But my thrall warned you, or threatened, in his last moments, before vanishing from my sight.
It was the crystals. Everyone had them. I don't know how they were caused. They're white. And they occur on the eyes of any species, it seems.
Do you swear what you say is true?
That's all I know. Honestly, if I could tell you more, I would, because we could figure this out together. But
Let us find out together.
Please make me an intelligence saving throw. Your head is flooded with deafening noise and visions. You watch from your own perspective, Flo's perspective, and Caldwell's perspective, the entire interaction simultaneously and yet slightly out of sync, all the way from the appearance to the abduction to getting back to your dorm, to even your last moments after the other two lights go of the two of them collapsing. You watch from a third person's perspective, almost as if someone was standing over you when you fell. You watch your body go limp. And as your body does go limp before you, you are brought back to the central room. Your head is throbbing, almost as if the metal wires of a wine barrel are bolted around your skull and getting smaller.
was this your doing? Are you the third? Are you the one that overlooks us?
I care not for what happens to you and your mortal friends. My thrall has been gifted many things in exchange for his service.
What does he get from this? Seems very one-sided.
That is not for you to know.
Fine, keep your secrets. Just curious.
You hear a separate sound coming from your own room.
What does the sound like?
It's a whisper and a knocking and almost like air being sucked out of a car window when it's cracked just a little bit and you're driving fast.
I'm gonna head to the room then.
As you open the door, instead of your own being greeted with your own room, you are greeted with a featureless black void.
Ugh. What is with the featureless rooms today? I'm gonna go, before I walk into it, which I feel like is the way to go, I'm gonna go open the other doors to Sirius's room first.
I'm sorry, where are you going?
I'm approaching Sirius's room and opening that to see if it's also a black void.
It too is empty, with nothing on the other side.
Since I'm in the dorm room, I'm just gonna check lock and flows just to confirm that. I'm just gonna open all the doors actually. I'll open the door heading back out too.
All of the doors that you open bring you to the same conclusion. You are in a box. But you can still hear this whispering.
It doesn't get any louder.
It doesn't get any louder as you move around.
Is the dorm different?
Give me an investigation check or a perception check.
I am going to try and perceive any differences from the last time we were. Oh god.
Woof.
My head hurts. The wine barrel is squeezing.
You just hear this entity again.
Oh, so frail, so small. I forget how long you creatures live, but I suppose there is nothing else that I need from you. Be gone.
How do I be gone?
The sound gets much louder, but you are in a featureless black. You feel smothered. You're wrapped up in something, held in place, unable to open your eyes even, until you hear a loud sound.
Fucking A, Judy! I'm the only one who's supposed to have crazy voodoo magic shit randomly happen to me. Goodness!
And
See?
you you are in your room. You see one of your roommates, Jesse, has assaulted Juniper and is on top of her screaming. There are books on the floor and damn. I won't be able to boost the audio, but thank you for letting me know. There are books on the floor and you were asleep in your own bed, wrapped up, tucked in. But give me one last investigation, perception, or insight roll. And I will let you roll. If you choose insight, you can still roll in front of the board and you can see.
I'm gonna choose insight.
I'm gonna give you advantage. Because the dice have been so terribly unkind. You, in an instant, take inventory of yourself. And as you do, you try and remember each and every little thing that has happened this evening or morning. It's impossible to tell. But you remember the words that were spoken to you last before you were plunged into whatever this is. Watch out for the white. And on Jessica's eyes, on Juniper's eyes, and on your own eyes, just hanging to your eyelids in the corners, is that same quartz-like crystals. And unfortunately, I think that's where we're going to have to leave it. Any comments or anything for you, Izzy? Are you feeling okay? You doing well?
My head hurts. What the hell was that? I'm just happy to be myself again. Fuck.
Well,
I have questions for Flo. So many questions.
well, we'll be recording his next whenever he's available, but in the meantime, I have added you to a thread on the Discord server called Post Mum Clarity.
Excellent.
So no spoilers for him, but you'll be able to speak to your fellow players regarding the experience that you just had. It seems that the girls are already excitedly welcoming you.
Oh, excellent.
Also, any of our audience members, if you would like to say anything before we go, perhaps a good night to your future selves.
Good night, future me, loser.
Hey.
Good night from the future.
Good
Wake
night.
up, you bitch. Sorry.
We're leaving that in. We're leaving that in. So if that wakes you
Yeah,
up, you have
that's
no one to be
fine.
upset at but
Fine for
yourself.
me. I hope I wake myself up. That would be hilarious.
Hell yeah. Well,
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
You heard
nightmare,
him.
nightmare.
wake
Actually,
up.
it'd be even funnier if that woke up Pizza. No, it wouldn't. He needs more sleep than he gets.
I think that would be hilarious. Also, Izzy, you are now able to, if you would like, to watch episodes 6.1 through 6.5, including this one.
I'm going to have
And-
to.
Anyways, you heard those, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up and good night.